Let us now take you behind the scenes as we shine the spotlight on the field, or rather on the field of subtitling. Now, our guest, Hikatekile Maringa, has been making strides as a professional subtitler for 5 years now. Some of the notable shows she's worked on include the SABC's Vusaseki, Now or Never, My World, Mother of All Professions, and currently Motswako. However, she received great recognition for her contribution on the popular reality show Papa Penny Ahee. Well, Hikatekile joins us now on Skype to tell us more about her half a decade worth of journey in this particular career field. Hikatekile, thanks for joining us. A very good morning to you. Welcome to Morning Live.
Morning. Thank you for having me.
Let's start with you telling us a bit about yourself and the dreams that you had when growing up.
Okay, so I grew up in Guyana. And I had dreams of being a mental health care worker, of being a psychologist. So I went on to study psychology in university. But after I completed my degree, I was not able to carry on. And I found myself here in subtitling.
It leads to my next question. As you are a psychology graduate, how did you then move over to the broadcasting space where you eventually became a professional subtitler?
Pure luck. It was pure luck. Somebody needed a Xitsonga episode subtitled. Okay. And while I wasn't in the TV field and I didn't really know how to do it, she had faith in my command of English and my ability to translate. So she asked me to do an episode and she taught me how it was done. And I did an episode for her. And after that, people liked my work. People liked how I did it. And I got called on to do Vusaseki for the first time. This was in 2015. Yeah, I got called on to do Vusaseki in 2015. And from there, people just kept recommending me whenever anybody needed a subtitler. When it started, it was mostly Xitsonga and Tshivenda because those are my two home languages. But as it went on, I started doing other languages as well.
And for those that are interested in pursuing this career field, what does a day in a subtitler's life look like?
A day in a subtitler's life is sitting down, listening to what's being said, and typing it out the whole day. A 24-minute episode can take about 8 to 10 hours to subtitle. So literally the whole day you are sitting and listening to what's being said and translating it. Wow.
And you've been doing this for almost half a decade now. Do share with us some of your career highlights.
My favorite thing has been how much I've gotten to learn on some of the shows that I've worked on. I've worked on wonderful documentaries like Made in Africa or Once Upon a Country, and those were really great to be a part of because I got to learn a lot. Papa Penny Ahee was an amazing highlight for me. I never imagined that people noticed subtitles or paid attention to them. But I guess because of the show and the way that it's set up, it was something that stood out. That was really exciting. A lot of people were complimenting me on how well the translations and the subtitles were done. And that was really exciting. Another highlight so far has been the fact that I've started my own subtitling company. It's called Hika Works, and I provide subtitling services, and I teach other people how to subtitle and how to translate well. And then we do work for other shows, for many other shows.
And for many, this is a dream job, but then I suppose it comes with its own fair share of challenges. So what would you say are some of the challenges that you face, particularly as a female in this career field?
As a woman, there isn't a lot of interacting with other people in subtitling, but I do find that a lot of people think it's very easy, so they take it very lightly, and they expect the work to be done in like a few hours and almost everything to be perfect. According to SABC, subtitling should be made up of a team of 4 subtitlers. I mean, not 4 subtitlers, but a team of 4, the subtitler and the other people that are going to go through the subtitles to make sure that they are good. So the challenge so far has been that I mostly do the work on my own. I mostly do my own QCing. So the industry needs to grow. The industry needs to grow so that things can have the people that need to be dedicated to them.
Yes, yes. And you've also managed to turn your subtitling passion into a business, and you eventually started a company called Hikaworks. Do tell us more about that company.
Hikaworks is fairly new. So I never had any intentions of starting a business. So when I registered the business for some time, it was just, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what my next step was. But somebody helped me get all the registrations done with SARS and all these other things. There is 2 people that started off with Hikaworks that were helping me with the subtitling, and now I have a different 2 people that have come on board. I help them. They know how to use the subtitling software. I teach them how to translate, succinctly, correctly, to get the message across and to make things seem neat. Yeah. So Hikaworks provides subtitling, transcribing, editing, and language services in general. And yeah, so far there's just 3 of us. It's me, and then there's 2 other people that help me subtitle, and I do the editing for the other 2 subtitlers. I would love to have other people also subtitling. Everybody subtitles on a freelance basis. It's not like a permanent or contract type job. So I have people subtitling for me on a freelance basis.
And what are you currently working on, and what does the future look like for Hikatekile, the subtitler?
I'm currently working on The Queen. It's a soapy on Mzansi Magic. It plays every day. And I'm also working on Motswako. Yeah, that's what I'm currently working on. I have a few productions that are going to start shooting this September, and we're going to start working on them from October. I'm really hoping that Hikatekile as a subtitler and Hikaworks as a company are going to grow. I'm hoping that Hikaworks can grow to being more of a post-production company instead of just subtitling.
Yes. All right, Hikatekile, great chatting to you. Thank you so much for your time. And I love your passion. I love your drive.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's a pleasure. Joining us on Skype there is Hikatekile Maringa, and we're just in conversations with her about her half a decade worth of broadcast journey as a professional female subtitler.